Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be with you today. I am Magdala Ramirez. I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. Today, we're going to be talking about how to remove this thick layer of separation. I have been in a beautiful, beautiful journey going into sacred places, places that they have been forgotten for a very, very long time. And it is this amazing understanding and knowledge, and this journey have taken me into very powerful messages that I want to share with you today. You know, when I think about it and I connect with this beautiful energy, here is the mother reminding all of us that there was a time where human beings were in completely unity. That oneness was everywhere, and everybody relates in that way, seeing each other as your other you, seeing the whole creation as a huge family, everything interconnected, and honoring that interconnection, honoring and respecting each other's ways, even the ways of the trees and the cycles of the flowers and the cycles of everything. Seasons, it was not being seen in that way as people see it today. It was very much seeing it as the cycles of every single creature, every single part of the nature that you are, and you're included. In the same way was about the stars, the constellations, that they were in that time and space, and how it was honored because it was a sharing this beautiful energy. It was a message. It was an understanding. And this world that I am describing, it is inside of you. There are cities on top of us in many places everywhere in the world. Portals that it will take you into those cities. There are human beings living in there. And it is a matter of vibration, how you get in there. It is a matter of raising your consciousness and the understanding of that balance and interconnectedness inside of yourself. Matching the vibration of those portals. It is imperative at this time. And removing what it is impeding that vibration that it is so completely natural for you. There was a time in different parts of this very beautiful planet where it was implanted this horrible, and I really call it crimes for humanity, programming that it will create separation. They wanted to make the divide and conquer, and they did it in every single place. People felt so completely disconnected and separated to each other. In those time and space when they decided to do this, it was on purpose, and it was installed in that way. Just that as it is right now, you hear the news and you hear what is going on, and it makes you very, very sad because that separation is being always created and recreated. The part that it is being recreated, it is inside of the human beings that it make them feel superior of somebody else. and make them believe that that is how the things are being done, thinking that one tribe is better than the other one. So in my journey, it is a journey that it has been through the Anasazi people. You see, it's very, very powerful to see the times before the tribes were tribes, before the times were times, and understanding another way. One of my first journeys that I am into it, because also priestess is coming, and that ceremony is very, very super powerful that I am preparing for it. Still, we have some uh, spots left. If you want to participate, please send me an email. But anyway, in this journey, I went to the Chalchihuitl. The Chalchihuitl is a mountain that it is close by, well, relatively. And it's very, very hidden. And it was a purpose for that beautiful mountain. You see that mountain? It has the turquoise that people go into a vision quest looking for that stone that it will help them to see what it was hidden. And in that journey, it took me to very different places and trying to find that sacred place in the middle of a big civilization that wants to hide everything that it is powerful and meaningful for the human being. The story of this place is a very sad story because it was a war from the pueblos and the government of United States that wanted to take over. And yeah, that's what it happens. They took over, and for them it was about the money and the mining. It was about translating those stones into money. And for the pueblos was about to learning how to see, giving you the vision of understanding who you are and what you are seeing, the power to see behind of what is being presented. So that journey, I found it. I found that beautiful mountain. And I was very, very excited about it. In some way, it was this part of me that I wanted to share to the world. Look, this place still exists. It's being clouded by all these distortions of separation, but it is there. Yet it cannot be done, that sharing. Because first I didn't have any service in my phone. But it was much more than that. I talk about it with the tribes around here. And they were telling me we don't speak about this. After that happened, we began to shut down all our knowledge in all our sacred places. So through the years and the generations, people begins to forget what it was and why it was there and what was that incredible power to be able to see everything that it is hidden. They say, don't talk about it. But if we don't talk about it, the next generations won't know. And everything will be forgotten. And if we don't talk about it, then that means that there is a place in you that you cannot find, that there is this cover up in your eyes, and that band, it needs to be removed, and you are able to see what it is in the hidden, and it is right there. When I get out of there, it was so amazing, beautiful, to be able to understand, even in the cities, there is a pattern. There is a pattern in traffic. There is a pattern in people gathering together. If you observe it, you can see that pattern. That pattern gives you a message. You can see in your life what it is, that participation in that separation over and over again, and wants to contribute this because it gives you a sensation of control. And yet, there is a beautiful part of you that recognize this truth. Recognize this place within you, that you can use your senses for real, not through the limitations that the system imposes on you. The history, his story, it was implanted in you. There is a genetic memory. And that genetic memory contains all this pain and separation, groups against other groups. You can see it even in the animals, that genetic memory. I have seen even deers that they see human being and they run because they have been hunted. But there are places where they don't run, actually they're curious about you because they have never been hunted. In the same way, you have that genetic memory that it has been activated through that separation, but it also can be activated at the moment that we talk about this. The times before all this pain and separation, the thick layer of pain and suffering, that time that it doesn't make you a color of the skin or an statistic or a story that it has been in your family, or the pain that your mother and your grandmother and your great grandmother have, and you are just perpetuating that pain and pass it on to your children. You want to stop it. You want to stop that link. When you are able to clean and see the pain in a very different way, relate with that pain, not through slavery or perpetuation of the same pain, but through a lesson that it needed to be done, and understand that it is only a thick layer of separation, and see beyond that thick layer of separation. What do the ancestors knew? When I talk to the tribes, everyone has a version of it. Because before we were all together, and then we went for the 4 directions. And through that going into the 4 directions, the sharing of the same knowledge was different. Yet it comes from the same source. All comes from the same source. You and me, we all come from the same source. From that beautiful world of unity. Just different versions of it. And it might be you can see how the tribes have different teachings about the 4 directions. But it is not the different teachings what it makes the tribe. but the purpose and the understanding of the four directions within yourself, what it creates the whole shift of consciousness, and it takes you directly to that unity, to that world of oneness. The governments wanted to be sure that everybody is separated through pain and create this understanding that as much more pain you have in life is kind of virtuous and you're going to go to heaven or something. And that in some way you begin to think about life that it is a painful experience, and it is not. Actually, it's about blooming. It's about sharing. It is about the opportunity to recognize yourself as love, as recognize yourself as life that you have always been. Experiences of love teach you who you are. Knowing yourself, recognizing yourself as you are. That beautiful daughter and son of the great mother and the great father too. But recognizing that world, it comes from the realm of the essence. Everything so completely connected through the essence, the source. Our ancestors know that. And they're here. They're not dead. They are here, connecting with us and helping the people to understand that tree of life that goes up, that multidimensionality, that it is a matter of consciousness and raising your consciousness. How do you raise your consciousness when you drop what it doesn't belong? In that world of separation, it does not belong, it's not natural for human being. You're part of that beautiful ecosystem, if we can put it that way. You're part of that beautiful orchestra of the universe. And when I said you're part of it, means the one is contained in the whole. And the whole is in the one. Through that unity, through that world of oneness, you understand the incredible orchestra that you are. And what you have always been. Every single story in the people, it is a different version of reality. Everyone has their unique path. And it's very, very beautiful. Yet we are all dancing together through that essence. Through this one, the one that created you. That reminds you who you are. And what are you doing in this realm? And how to uncover all these many realms that you are too. Different worlds. Simultaneous realities. That it is happening at the same time and that you are aware of it through those experiences. That awareness, it is a sharing of so many experiences. This beautiful journey, it took me into finding this stone, this petroglyph that is very, very, very important in the middle of the mountains. I didn't know if I was able to even find it. But guess what? I did. And it was a powerful understanding in that stone. It was about the priestess opening a portal for the people. And the way that she was opening the portal, it was about the butterfly teachings, the male and the female. It was hidden. That stone was so hidden. But I guess I needed to go first with the Chalchihuitl and find the vision, and then be able to find that stone and trust that it still was there, and it was hidden, very hidden, in a weird place, yes, but it was there. It was there because it is in you, hidden in a weird place, just like you. Like that part of your consciousness that recognize that you are that portal, that recognize that incredible ability that you have to bring a balance within you of your own male and female, recognizing the times to raise your consciousness. It's time to fly, my sister, my brother. It is time to recognize yourself as love and bring that beautiful power that you have. So all these situations that the governments are doing everywhere in the world, they will fall because they have no power over you. It is up to you. It is just up to you, and you can do this because you did it before. These situations happened before in humanity, and you're going to do it now. And in that way, you're going to help your community as one. It just take one person that recognize themselves as that portal. And hear this one, the one that created you, inside of you, out loud. I want to remind you about the app that we have, Messages from the Great Mother. I want you to download it in your phone, no matter what kind of phone you're going to find it. It is called Messages from the Great Mother. It is good that out of the blue, you're going to receive a unique message. It is different for everyone because you are in a different path, in a different understanding. And yet we all are connected to the source. We all are dancing together. The Great Mother wants you to know that she's always with you. And that app is a very beautiful reminder. We have like maybe 2 spots left in Priestess ceremony. Priestess ceremony, it is in this very beautiful realm. I cannot talk too much about it. Where is this? But it is so amazing, beautiful, because in here, that's when you recognize yourself as love. Priestess is only for women. If you are interested, please let me know. Send me an email. Check our website. And remember that we do have a school online, and I want you to check it out. In there, we make spiritual work. It has been very, very powerful. My website is magdalas.com. That is MAGDALAS.com. Send me an email. Keep on sending your emails, your questions. It is very, very beautiful that we are everywhere in the world. I love you all so, so much. Tlatzocomati, Tlatzocomati, Tlatzocomati. I am you. I am Magdala.